Welcome back in the real way. Um, I think I'm gonna shoot this one out to the young fathers out there. My little cousin just had his first little one. Congratulations, Nasir and his lady Simone on their new daughter, Drew. And congratulations to my cousin Howard on his first grandbaby. But I want to say some things that his new addition to the family brought to mind, and it's things that they don't prepare you for as a father. And this shit's so bright. I'm sorry, y'all. So young brothers out there, man, that's expecting kids or that have kids. Let me let you know, being a father is a thankless job. And I'm not saying this in the realm of you are expecting to be thanked. However, I'm saying this in the realm of don't feel bad. Don't take it personally when you're overlooked, when you are unappreciated. Ultimately, you know, um, we do get certain enjoyments and fulfillments from making certain moves for the people we love. However, it does feel good to get a congratulations or a good job or I'm grateful for you or thank you, like from anytime. Ultimately, you know what I mean. Like, why you think women walk around with their egos the way they are? Like, you know, motherfuckers be thankful just for them seeing, just for seeing them. Like, they get paid compliments all the time. You know what I mean? So as a man, that human notion of pouring into somebody, pouring their love into somebody, is often absent on us as fathers, especially as black fathers. So I just want to give you that heads up, man, because you're not unseen. It's just that we see each other. That's it, man. Like, the only people really out here that's really giving a fuck about black fathers is other black fathers, because we're the only ones that know our um, experience and the road that we have to walk in. How some women can create a polluted atmosphere within the family and force you outward. And if you are to leave, even if it's for the betterment and the safety of all those involved, you're still going to be viewed as the weakling. You're still going to be viewed as the bad guy. You're still going to be viewed as the one who abandoned things. This is just the nature of our society. Um, if you unfortunately do have to suffer the path of trying to rebuild your own home life after being um, you know ousted or having to leave a previous family unit life, um, it's going to be extra difficult for you, because nobody is really interested in helping a man. That's just how society is. So it's gonna be a slow walk for you to really get back on your feet, especially if you're still contributing to the kids, and to the previous family situation while you're trying to get on your feet. Um, you might have to go back to a relative or some shit like that, and you know there's a stigma attached to that. People are gonna look at you as a loser. You know what I mean? not even, you know, considering whatever the intricacies are involved, you know. However, you know, if you were a woman in a situation, it wouldn't seem, you know, like that. It would just be, you know, she's in a transition. You know, she had to go back and live with her mom for a little while so she could stack. But for men, it's different. Um, if you end up having to utilize some kind of public assistance program, I don't know how many are really out there that can really put a dent in the type of wall that there is for men to overcome when they're trying to rebuild in those situations. But you're going to be looked at as a loser then too, for accepting help. You're going to be looked at as a loser if you have to borrow money. You're going to be looked at as, I mean, don't get me wrong, you have certain few, like I said, you got other few motherfuckers that might understand your situation, but overall, that's how it's going to look. Don't try to entertain any other women in that meantime, because they're going to look at you as a loser. Same thing, like people want ready-made, you know what I mean? But just, you know, strive. Don't get into the back and forth volley of, you know, any sort of negative energy or spiteful tactics that, you know, the failed situation might be attached to via, you know, your co-parent. And don't, you know, definitely don't try to spring or sprinkle any seeds of dissent against the other co-parent into the child as time goes on and that child starts to learn the characters of their parents. They'll start to see and understand why things went the way that they went. You know, as children, you know, we look at our parents as just our parents. But as you get up, you start, you know, as you get older in age and up in time and wisdom, you start realizing that they were just a man and a woman before you were even involved. You know what I'm saying? And their dynamic is what it is, and it really has nothing to do with you outside of the fact that when you came on the scene, it might have made things more urgent, if you say, you know what I mean, for lack of a better term. In order for the family unit to be intact, the father has to stay. And a lot of women know this. So they will create a world and place and home that doesn't promote your welfare. And that way they can get the benefit of the doubt once you are forced away. And they can basically blame it on you. You know, have you carry the weight of their own failure, because, you know, that's society. I will say that the beauty of being a father is it's like nothing else, man. Like that's true love. That's truly falling in love. Sometimes that can affect the relationship too, man. Some people can be, you know, jealous of that sort of unconditional love. I don't know, man. Everybody's character is different, so you have some people that might try to use reverse psychology or use the child to, you know, force you into weird situations. And I'm gonna be honest with you. With that, use your wisdom as best as you can. You don't want to kowtow or whatever the fucking phrase is to that kind of shit, because you want your kids to respect you, and you want your kids to love you, and you want your kids to look up to you. So don't be a bitch, man. You know, nobody wants that. Even if like I said, over time they'll start to realize who their parents are as people. And over time, if they have questions, then you answer them. But you don't have to throw anybody under the bus. At the same time, you know, don't allow anybody to abuse you. your negligence is going to be presumed. If you ever end up in child support situation, um, as soon as you enter into that court, that family court, you're presumed to be negligent. So don't take the the energy of that place personally. I believe it was built with a good intention in mind. However, the structure and the infrastructure and the system that we live in is very much flawed. So those flaws are going to be present in that part of the system as well. If there's any way to be able to resolve things before you involve courts, I would say do so. They have to be reasonable. That's the only thing, man. The other party have to be reasonable. You have to be reasonable as well. I don't want to. I don't want to seem so melancholy or droll, but this. I don't know, man. This society is not necessarily the biggest promoter or nurturer of black families, man. So I just want y'all to, have a little bit of insight from my side, you know what I mean, and from brothers like me who experienced, both sides of when things were going well and when things didn't necessarily pan out, how we planned them to pan out. Besides that, man, congratulations on, your new life that you're waiting for and all that. And if you are experiencing some of these things, man, just know it's love out here for y'all. You are seen, you are felt, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers do hear you. And you built for it. You'll be alright. And I'll keep it there. Until the next one, in a real way.